right, guys, so it is Friday morning, and it has been a while since we went out and shot a video, and I am very anxious to get out. We don't have a real big trip in store, but what we are going to do is we're going to head up to Big Bear area. We're going to try to snag one of the yellow post sites, which there's only like 6 or 7 that are open right now. So we're going to head out here in a little bit, and it's more of a shakedown trip for some of our new gear that we have that we're going to test out. But I thought I'd show you the rig and how it's all packed down full of everything. And with those new coils, I still have about an inch and a half of lift with those new coils. So I'm pretty happy with the new stance. But let me show you all the gear that we're bringing, which is, yeah, I know it's ridiculous. But let me walk you through what we got. So originally we were gonna head up to 395 and do some snow camping, which is why you see the Max Tracks there. I'm certain I'm not gonna need them for Big Bear. But my daughter and her friend and my other daughter are coming up tomorrow, so I didn't want to have them take a 4 or 5 hour trip just for an overnight. So Max Tracks are still there. I never bothered taking them off. But got the Trasharoo all packed up. Inside the Trasharoo, I got the iCamper Annex. Just in case it gets a little bit too cold or windy, we can hang out in there. Got my Crazy Beaver shovel in position, the new awning. I carry 4 propane tanks down here. That's extra little space helps whenever you got it. Inside here, you'll see I've got a lot of gear. Got my Mr. Buddy heater. Behind that, I got my tool bag. I got 2 bundles of wood here. My clothes bag, some water for Sierra. Her Overland dog kit, which has all of her toys and food and water dish and food dish in there. Got the toilet that we use, some drinking water, Dometic 40-liter fridge with all the food packed in it. Underneath the water is one of my rigid cases, and this one has all of our pots, pans, silverware, coffee maker, you name it. So got my camera handy to get to. This is a new diesel heater that I'm testing out. I'm not completely convinced it's a good move. As you can see, it takes up a lot of room. I carry it in this plastic bin because if diesel starts spilling anywhere, man, I do not want that inside the Jeep. So we've got that there. Got my other camera bag here. First aid kit. You can see Sierra's bed, which takes up most of the room. So, I mean, if we didn't have Sierra, we'd have a lot of room for all of this stuff. All right, and on this side, just keep her leash and the collar right there. We got our water under there, and then in the Goose gear, I've got a bunch more storage for just our normal camping stuff that we use while we're at camp. We've got our 4 or 5 gallon of water in this Nemo sprayer, which is handy for when we're at camp washing our hands or doing dishes. Here's the other rigid case where we put all of our dry food in there. So unloading this thing is super easy, but keeping it watertight and airtight is super important as well. Up top, I got a little tripod that I use for camping light while it's nighttime, whether I'm shooting video or we just need some miscellaneous light around camp. And the best storage place for the Tembo Tusk for me is inside the on top of the Goose gear cubby in between the roll bar and the window. And I've got that secured by a little bungee cord. And then, of course, the legs fit right underneath it. So, and then up top, we got paper towels, jackets, toilet paper, more jackets, and just a bunch of miscellaneous items as well. And then in the front, we've got a bunch of room for us to chill and relax. Underneath there is my ARB compressor. That wire there is to my solar panel, which is stored in the Goose gear. And then, of course, on my dash, I've got the 267 designs for our phones, the vector bar for docking station for all my gear. Got the S-Pod controls right there, and GoPro and the Garmin InReach, so we can get in contact with the girls. If there's no signal up there, we can send them the coordinates of where we're at. And that's about it, guys. We're just waiting for Mama Goose to finish getting ready, and then we're gonna hit the road. So we'll shoot some video on the way up there and once we hit the trail. So all right, so we exited the 15 freeway. We went through some pretty wet weather, huh, Mama?
Yes. Pouring in our neck of the woods.
Yeah, but up here it's nice, kind of partly cloudy, but over the Big Bear area it looks super cloudy, so be interested to see what it looks like over there. Got Sierra with us. She just woke up from her little nap on the 15, and we're coming up the back way, going through the high desert right now, because I think it's going to be a little bit easier on Sierra. She still has that puppy stomach and can't quite deal with all the twists and turns just yet. And I'm hoping that one day she will be able to handle it, because it's kind of nerve-wracking watching her start to slobber and just wait for the projectile to go everywhere.
TMI, dear.
TMI. But it should be a fun little weekend. We haven't been camping in forever, huh, dear?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. We've been busy doing other weekend stuff, and we did Johnson Valley a couple weeks back in the same neck of the woods. But as far as camping, really haven't done that since Afton Canyon. No, it was, the week after Oregon.
Yes, Afton Canyon.
Yeah, so we're going to keep driving. We're about an hour out. Have no idea what the weather is going to be like. It's supposed to be windy, snowy. So this might be a one-nighter or two-nighter. We're not quite sure. We got our daughters that are planning on coming up tomorrow, depending on what the conditions are today. But in the meantime, we're just going to keep driving, and once we hit the trails, we'll start getting some footage and showing you guys the way up there. So see you in a little bit. Alright, so we made it up to Big Bear, and we're probably about a mile or two from the trailhead, and then we're going to check out the first yellow post site, and if it's good, we'll probably just stop there and set up camp. But if it's not that great, or if somebody's in it, we'll probably keep moving. But overall, pretty easy drive up that backside. Looks like they might have gotten a couple inches last night of snow. So it'll be interesting to see how Sierra does on the snow, because she's never been on it before. So, and she can't wait to get to camp. So we'll catch you guys once we get there. leaving yellow post site 31, and I didn't see a fire pit anywhere, which as long as there's an established fire pit, you can have campfires. And so I called the ranger station, and she was telling me that somebody stole it. So thank you, whoever stole it. And you can't really establish a new fire pit. So we're going to keep exploring and go to another yellow post site and see if we can find one that's not too far away that has a firing. Because without a fire, it's not going to be that great of a time.
Unbearable.
Yeah. And I know the girls aren't going to survive, so a little Missy in the back, she's not too thrilled right now, but it is what it is. So we're going to keep venturing on to the next spot, and we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, so we are striking out. We just hit up 2 more yellow posts, and they were also, well, one was taken, and the other one had a gate.
The road was closed.
The road was closed, so it shouldn't be, according to the ranger, but it is. But the sun's coming out, so hopefully that's a sign that our luck's about to change. So we're just gonna keep on headed down this trail, and there's 3 more yellow posts to go, and the next spot, they're gonna be right next to each other. So should be there shortly, and we'll let you guys know how our luck turns out. All right, so the very last spot that we came to, the last yellow post was open, and the one before this was open too, but we thought we'd come check out this spot first. And it's amazing. I mean, good thing comes to those who wait, right, Mama Goose?
Right.
Sierra's enjoying the nice little area. We got these nice boulders around us for protection from the wind if we can position the Jeep right. There's the Jeep, and we'll watch Sierra run around. So we're gonna get in position, and we'll catch up with you guys in just a little bit.
Come here, Sierra.
Got camp all set up. Sierra's taking a break. Got my favorite piece of camping gear ready to go, the Tembo Tuscadle. We'll be cooking a beef stew tonight, and we didn't forget the potatoes this time. Well, Mama Goose didn't. Should I let you cut the steaks, or should I?
I already cut them, dear.
Did you cut with the grain?
Maybe.
Oh
Maybe
boy.
Not. And I might have also done strips instead
Oh,
of
great.
cubes.
Well, here come the comments. So we got the annex all set up. This is going to give us a little bit of shelter from the wind. It's supposed to get windy tomorrow. And got the penthouse suite up there. Sierra's going to sleep in the Jeep tonight. And I brought the diesel heater, so in a little bit I'll get that all set up. But these yellow post sights are nice. You've got, hey dear, what yellow post sight number are we at?
I think 6.
I'll leave it in the comments, but this was like the last one that we went to, and it was the best. Go figure. And these yellow post sights come with a fire pit. Got a picnic table, which we won't likely use, but really, really nice sight. Oh, there it is. Yellow post campsite number 7. If you can read that. So it's on most maps. You guys can find it very easily. But we're just gonna relax now. Might pop a cold beverage here in a little bit, but take a look at this view we get to stare at for the next day and a half. And it was snowing earlier when we pulled up here, but now you can see it's cleared up real nice. Go. All right, so Mama Goose and I decided to go for a little hike. We're headed up that way. We'll see how far Sierra can make it before she gets tired.
Yeah.
What you got? We think there's cougar up in these parts. Look at the size of those paw prints. They're going this way. Oh, it's Sierra. She's got some monster paw prints. All right, so Sierra's not a big fan of the diesel heater. She's hiding. But there it goes. It'll quit smoking in a little bit, I promise. It's just burning off all the fuel that it was priming with. And then that hose goes all the way in here and comes out right here, and you got some nice warm heat coming out. So just testing it for Sierra tonight so that she could stay warm. All right, the bar is officially open. And the heater quit smoking. And Mama Goose is sealing the annex with a bunch of snow. There you go, doll.
Thank you.
Good job.
Cheers.
Salute.
Such a good girl. Drop it. Drop it. Ready? Good girl.
Bring it back.
Bring it here, Sierra. Bring it here. Good girl. Yes, it's a good girl.
All right, so we brought a bunch of firewood, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut some more up right now just so we can have that fire nice and stoked tonight. If I can get 3 or 4 this size, that'll be great.
Is that a big log on your shoulder?
I'm just happy to see you, dear. All right, guys, so this is the Silky Katana Boy 500. You guys can find this in my Amazon store, and we've used this up in Oregon. We've used it now. I mean, it makes quick work of the wood. I would still much prefer an electric chainsaw, but we're a little pressed for space, and this fits perfectly on the side of the fridge where it slides in and you don't even know it's there. So I'm gonna get the axe, split some of these logs up, and it's almost time for dinner. right, so we're just gonna get dinner going here, and you know, camping in a place like this reminds me of a guy I used to camp with back in the old days. His name was Richard, and there's a reason I don't camp with Richard anymore, because every time we'd sit around the campfire, Richard used to throw all his empty beer cans in the fire pit. And I haven't heard from Richard in years, and apparently I must have just missed him, because he left so many beer cans in here that I gotta clean up before we start cooking dinner, because we're gonna start the fire here so Mama Goose can stay warm, but can't do that until I clean up after Dick. So if you guys know Dick, let him know that it's not cool, man. We don't want beer cans in the fire pit. So when you guys go camping, don't be a dick.
Oh.
Just be cognizant of the fact that the next guy who comes up here is going to have to clean it all out. Y'all got a trash can, throw it away. So if you guys see Dick, let him know I said I'm not too pleased.
No bueno.
No bueno. All right, I'm going to clean up this mess, wash my hands, because Dick's hands were all over that, and who knows where his hands have been. So we're going to clean this up, and we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
All right, so we're just getting this fire going. Mama Goose is going to put the potatoes on. Did you cut them first and then boil?
No.
You got to cut them first, dear, so they all fit and they'll cook faster.
There's your way, and then there's my way.
All right, here we go. And I'll tell you, we actually had second thoughts about coming out here this weekend. The wind showed really bad, the weather showed really bad, and here we are. This is perfect. There's like not even a breeze.
Perfect conditions.
Knock on wood.
Goes to show, you just gotta go get out there.
Just go adventure. You can always pack up and go home. That's a lot of work, but... All right, so Mama Goose is doing all the cooking tonight. I'm loving it. And a viewer of mine gave me that knife that Mama Goose is cutting the onion with. Show him, dear.
So, we do not have to worry about a dull knife anymore.
Or losing it, or somebody else taking it. Because this says $3.95 junkie.
Okay.
So potatoes are boiling. We're going to soften them up a little, so we just have to throw it in the mix here. Mama Goose is cutting the onions. Sierra's got our back. She's making sure that no bears come get us. Don't cut them too small.
Do you want to bite into a thick piece of onion?
No, I don't.
All right then.
All right, so let's get this party started. All right, up first is the onions.
We're good.
All right, we're gonna throw the meat on here. And the secret to cooking stew on the scuttle is make sure it's level. It needs to be perfectly level, because by the time we start adding all the bouillon, cooking stock, the beef stock, once we start adding that on there, it's gonna fill up real good. So the reason we use filet mignon for the meat is normally with beef stew, you want it to cook for a couple hours, and you can just use, you know, whatever kind of, like a chopped up chuck roast or something. But you don't have that benefit being out here to let it cook for hours and hours unless you bring the Dutch oven. So with the filet mignon, just by cooking it, it's already so tender, it comes out great as a meat for beef stew on the scuttle. All right, so Mama Goose is going to add the beef stock. The meat's probably not entirely cooked right now, but it's going to keep cooking with all these juices.
Lower. That's good.
Adjustable
Yay for
legs.
adjustable legs.
Jerry, you nailed it with these adjustable legs. All right, so we're gonna add the carrots now. All right, so potatoes are done. We're gonna throw these on. Go ahead and open it up, Mama Goose. Oh boy. Putting the scuttle to the test. All right, so we're gonna add the cornstarch right now and start thickening all this water up. Boy, I don't know if we could fit any more on here, Mama Goose. Add a little seasoning to it. What is that, Mama Goose?
This is a kitchen bouquet browning and seasoning sauce.
All right, so now we just let this all thicken up and then it's time to eat. All right, so I think we're ready to eat. We're gonna serve it up and we will meet you guys over by the fire. All right, guys, so beef stew in the middle of nowhere on the scuttle, and we have a bunch of leftovers for tomorrow's lunch. And we're just gonna sit here.
It's so hot still.
Oh, it's so good, dear. That was just the right amount of cornstarch. So we're gonna eat our rolls, we're gonna eat our beef stew, and we're gonna sit by the fire and I'm gonna whisper sweet nothings into Mama Goose's ear. What are you doing, Mama Goose?
No.
Mama Goose is doing her thing.
Cleaning my
And
face.
I'm doing my thing. It's just the two of us.
And a little stowaway.
A little stowaway. So here's the deal. The Chinese diesel heaters, I have no faith that any of us could survive using them. So I had Sierra in the Jeep with it running for 5 minutes. And we were just about to go to bed, and I opened the door just to see how she was doing. And I had the little headlamp on my head. And you know when you could see smoke through like a haze with the flashlight? I could see that it was just starting to get smoky in there. And, you know, they say it's a different, air intake, separate from the exhaust. And that might be the case, but for some reason or another, there was what appeared to be exhaust fumes floating around in there, and I just couldn't live with myself if anything happened to this sweet, sweet, sweet princess. So we brought her up in the tent with us, and Mama Goose is being a real champ about it.
Hopefully my allergies stay intact and they don't bother me too much.
But if nothing else, dear, the allergies aren't going to kill you. We could have woken up to I don't even want to say it. In any case, so we're laying in bed. We're just going to watch some TV. Sierra's going to watch us. She's already asleep. And we're watching, what are we watching, dear? Midway. So we're going to kill this light. We're going to watch some TV, and we will see you guys in the morning.
Good night.
Good night, guys. Well, good morning. It is Saturday morning, and just got up a little bit ago, started picking up camp, cleaning it up. So a high wind advisory was put out this morning for the mountain area that is in between Lucerne Valley and Big Bear, and that's exactly where we're at. Gusts are expected up to 70 miles per hour. So we were able to test out the heater, which is a complete fail. So I would highly encourage you guys not to get one of them Chinese heaters, because it just smells like smoke. It looks like smoke. There's smoke that comes out of the output where it should be clean air. And the other new piece of equipment we wanted to test out, the girls were going to bring it up in Mama Goose's Jeep later, which was a new Gazelle tent that we got. And we had such a good time rolling around without the rooftop tent occasionally that I figured I might as well invest in a ground tent for times like this. If it was just Mama Goose and I, and ideally we would have stayed for at least 2 nights in the same area, we could have set the ground tent up here and then took the Jeep to go do some wheeling and then come back here and call this kind of the home base. Well, we're not going to be able to test that out on this trip, because I told Mama Goose and I told the girls that I think we should, they're still going to come up. We're going to do a day's worth of wheeling and still have a good time, but instead of spending the night and packing up to go home tomorrow, we'll just wheel all day and then go home tonight. Because I'm not trying to put away that annex with 70-mile-an-hour gusts. Even if it's 40 mile an hour, it's not going to be pleasant, let alone not get any sleep. So last night wasn't that great a sleep anyways. We had Sierra up there with us, and trying to bring a 90-pound dog up and down those stairs is attempted murder for her and myself. Luckily everything went fine, but don't plan on doing that again anytime soon. So I'm just gonna mosey about, keep the fire stoked for Mama Goose when she comes down, and then we'll get some coffee on and some breakfast, and the girls will be here probably in 2 or 3 hours. So it's just gonna be a lazy morning, hanging out, getting the annex put away, and just hang out and have a relaxing day. So we'll catch back up with you guys around breakfast time. Today's breakfast, real simple: sausage, eggs, toast, hash browns. Today's breakfast on the Tembo Tusk: sausage, eggs, toast, and hash browns. And it's starting to get windy, so we put a bunch of the stuff away already. Put the annex away, the tent's ready to be folded up, and all we'll have to do when the girls get here is just throw some snow on the fire and the rest of our water to put it out, and we'll just enjoy wheeling today and not have to deal with the wind. Put some hash browns on. Oops. Chairs are falling. Everything's flying around. I think we're going to finish up just in time. All right, Mama Goose, you ready? Boom. Mama Goose breakfast ready. All right, guys, so we're just gonna finish cooking breakfast here, and then we're probably gonna finish packing up and take shelter in the Jeep if it starts getting too windy while we're waiting for the girls. So I'm just gonna finish up here and we will catch up with you guys in a little bit. And there's the girls. No, get down. Happy Valentine's Day. How was the journey up here?
It was long. I don't know why it took us all the way through the back.
I don't know why it went up that way,
Yeah.
Johnson Valley either.
It took us like 2 hours. We should go see her.
Yes, you should.
Snow! Hello! No!
Hi, Itzy. How'd your sister drive?
I hear.
Oh, she's got a little thing on. All right, so we are on the trail now. The girls caught up with us. It's about 11 o'clock, and we're just headed up and go find some more snow for these girls and do some wheeling throughout the day and see how dirty we can get the Jeeps, which we got
already dirty.
Yeah, we've got a pretty good head start right now. So we'll catch up with you guys in just a little bit. So we are stopped. We're gonna have some lunch and let the girls play in the snow. They're gonna make a little snowman, and then after we're done here, we'll probably head home. But we're in no rush. We're gonna take our time and just maybe do a little more wheeling after this. But beautiful area. This is where Mama Goose and I camped. Gosh, I think back in October, November. But it's really clean snow. It's not all muddy like it is everywhere else. And look forward to having a good time eating lunch with all my gals. It's our Valentine's Day lunch. And Belle is a filthy mess, huh, Mama Goose?
She always is.
She's a dirty girl. And Mama Goose's is not quite as bad as mine, that's for sure. So we are back on the trail. That was a nice little lunch break. The girls were able to play in the snow and make a Tembo Tusk / KC Highlights snowman. And now we are in a ton of mud getting out of here. So I think that's gonna do it for us. It was a quick little overnighter, but getting out of here, it is super windy, and I can't imagine what it had been like trying to camp again tonight. So please like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and we will see you on the next adventure. See you later.